Alright, welcome folks. This is the unscripted part where I just talk about stuff. So, all that stuff back there, it was a mod I was making for Source. Now, this is the first time I've ever dived properly into Source Engine, as in like the code and stuff. I mean, interested in it, but it all looked too complicated. And, you know, I felt like I wasn't properly ready enough to do it. But then I decided to sit down one night and learn. I went off some of the tutorials on the Valve developer community, dug through some of the code, whipped up my own stuff here and there, remixed some of their code. It was pretty cool, and I genuinely had fun with it. But the thing is, I wanted to make a similar thing to an arena shooter off of the first mod that I was going to make, so I used the multiplayer base. But, you know, I was inspired by Open Fortress, which I think I put in like 100 hours so far. Not very good, but yeah. So I was inspired by that. So then I decided to, you know, just make one myself. And that was the whole thing. That was the thing. But, yeah, I really feel like I should have had a direction. I had some ideas, specifically for maps and weapons, but I realized that, nah, I'm not gonna do this until I'm, you know, better with the engine. I really wanted to fix bunny hopping. I have no idea how to do that. Apparently there's a way. Maybe I already fixed it, and I'm not very good at it anymore, because I can do it in Half-Life 1, but I don't know. Regardless, I feel like I learned a lot about stuff, and just programming in general. Even though with spaghetti code, I definitely know the bad things, stuff not to replicate, but I learned some better things as well. And generally how the engine operates, which means I can pull up fun facts at parties. But yeah, so for future plans, I'm not going to release this. First of all, this is not very good at all, and it definitely uses some stuff that I would say stole. There was one Half-Life 2 updated weapons pack I took for Half-Life 2, and I completely forgot where I got it from. And the only reason I did it was because I didn't plan on releasing this. It was mainly just going to be a thing that, a couple friends would play together. I also had no idea how to set up a dedicated server. I tried using every single tutorial, but I think my thing just can't run it, so it's a bit upsetting, but, eventually I realized that I can do LAN servers. So, yeah, but I never got around to playing with anyone at all on this, so that's why, because of this hindrance, I'm gonna start out doing proper single-player mods before I dive into multiplayer mods. But, it's been a really fun experience, specifically with programming. That one map there, I would say it's not what I wanted to do with map design, but when I tried to do what I wanted to do, I realized that it wasn't very good. So, I tried so much to create entirely new maps. I have so many scraps files on the cutting room floor, and none of them are completed because it got quite annoying to have to deal with all this stuff. Like, there was one that I really liked, but then I realized, how am I going to connect this? So planning is key. Planning is definitely key, and it's something I need to do. Yeah, other than that, I'm hoping the single player mods will help me properly to, do this stuff, to make better maps, and then I can take some of the design theory of single player maps and put it into multiplayer maps, especially when I'm more fluent with Hammer and Source as a whole. But yeah, for now, at least I'm gonna go back to single player. But I've definitely learned a lot. And yeah, my footage of TF2 can only last so long. But yeah, it was fun to make this, and while I feel like making this video, for some reason, for me at least, has had like an air of finality to this, because I've been working on this for a month or so, but it's just a start, really, for this. I did make Half-Life 1 maps in the past, and I might return to make a full-on Half-Life 1 mod, depending on how I feel, but I'm genuinely excited for stuff. So, and when Source 2 comes out in Sandbox, I cannot wait to get my hands on that. But I will probably make bad maps, so that's fun. But I will probably be making another video on stuff. I do kind of want to make update videos, but I do things really slowly, and the things that I do are very minuscule. So, who knows, but really, Source is helping me a lot to get to terms with game development, and yeah. This was meant to be like a thing. Source modding as a whole, for me personally, was meant to just be a little detour of sorts before I get back into doing proper game development in a proper engine. Not saying Source isn't a proper engine, but I'm talking about Godot, because that is what I use primarily. But yeah, anyway, that's really been it. So, cue the end card or whatever I put here if I have anything else to say. I don't know. Okay, the end, I think.